Welcome to the Million Pound Mission Podcast. I'm your host, Adam Shively, the PhD, the previously heavy dude, and I'm on a 1 million pound mission. Now, I've personally lost over 100 pounds, and I've applied what I've learned from my own transformation journey to help my hometown clients lose over 35,000 pounds in just 5 years. Now I'm on a mission to produce over 1 million pounds of results by delivering my best weekly tips, motivation, inspirational stories, and transformation strategies so that you can gain clarity about what you need to do to reach your goals and give you the confidence to take action. And the perfect time to start taking action is right now. So let's do this. Hello, my friends. Welcome to another episode of the Million Pound Mission Podcast. It's your buddy Adam, the PhD, the previously heavy dude. How's it going? New Year's. It's a new year. 2018 is here. It's time for a new year, new you. I'm going to kick it off proper. I'm so psyched, you guys. This has been a big year for the show. You guys have been right along there with me. I haven't done a solo episode, like a longer solo episode in a while. I've been kind of saving this one back. And we're, really building some momentum with the show. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's been an awesome ride. And 2018 is going to be amazing for the show. It's going to be amazing for you guys. We're going to get amazing results. We're going to get inspired, fired up, and just build momentum all year long. A few quick things. You may notice the sound's a little bit better. I got a new mic. How about that? I apologize if the loudness is a little more intense, but I'm still getting all that figured out. I still do all my own stuff. So hopefully it's loud and clear, though. That's a good thing. You can feel that energy a little bit better, and we'll see how you like it. Let me know. Also, we're going to a 3-show per week format. So here's what you can expect going forward. On Monday, you're going to get a solo episode with me, just dropping knowledge, talking about what I feel like needs to be talked about. On Wednesday, we're going to have a inspirational or educational or both, hopefully, interview with some superstars that I'm going to bring into the show. I've got a great lineup for January. I'm so psyched. We got some really top-notch people coming onto the show for you, as always. And then on Friday, we're doing our quick tip. It's just going to be usually 5 minutes or less, something that you can take action on within the next 24 hours and get better results. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're going to get to hear from the PhD. And I'm just really psyched about that because I love these conversations that we're having. I love hearing back from you guys. So don't be shy about hitting me up on Instagram. You can just follow me at transformationcoach.me. You can hit me up on Facebook, same thing, transformationcoach.me. Kick me an email, a message, whatever, and leave a review on any of the podcasting sites that you listen to the show on, and I will be sure to get back to you. And I love that communication. I love that feedback. I love knowing that we're hitting home with what you guys need to hear, what you need to be educated upon. So one last thing. We have a brand new sponsor for the new year. I'm so psyched about this because as I've talked about before, I'm not going to bring anybody on as a sponsor that I don't personally use or a product or a service that I personally use. So Four Sigmatic has come on board as a brand new sponsor. I love their stuff. I've been using their products for about 6 months now, and I first heard about them on another podcast. The podcast host was talking about these mushroom elixirs, these mushroom-based teas and coffees, and I was like, this sounds interesting. So I got some trial packs and tried out several different things, and I'm just in love with the product because, A, my stomach can handle it. I'm very sensitive to gluten and even caffeine and things like that. So these products work for me and my digestive system, and I'm seeing great benefits. I love their cordyceps extract. I take that in the morning for a little natural energy boost, and their brand new sleep sticks. I do one of those, not every night, but when I feel like I really need to knock it out and have a great night of sleep, I use one of the sleep sticks, and their products, they taste good. They are, you can stir them in water and they dissolve super easily, and they're just really, really high quality, and they have great customer service. So check them out at Four Sigmatic. That's FOURSIGMATIC.com, foursigmatic.com. Use the promo code MPM, as in Million Pound Mission, MPM, and you're going to save 15% on your order. Check it out. Check out the cordyceps. Check out the sleep sticks. Check out the chaga. I love that for immune system boost as well. And you're going to love it. foursigmatic.com and use MPM to save 15%. Okay, it's time to launch the new year. All right, and this is a big time of year for people to be setting goals, and we set those New Year's resolutions. But this year, I'm going to show you what to do instead of your traditional New Year's resolution. Where like, this year is my year. I'm going to crush it. People get too general with their New Year's resolutions and their goals in general. There's no accountability. There's no measurable action involved in the goals where you can say, I did this or I didn't do this. That's the first problem that a lot of us have. All right. I've gotten a lot better at this sort of thing as I, use this new process that I'm going to teach you here today that I call the lifestyle rehabilitation statement. All right. So we're going to show you how to put together a lifestyle rehabilitation statement instead of setting your traditional New Year's resolution. And this I've talked about way back in one of the first, I think it was episode 2 or 3. And so it's been over 70 episodes ago. So I figured we're due for another one. But I'll give you the short version of the story of my lifestyle rehabilitation statement. So back when I kind of hit my rock bottom moment, I weighed 327 pounds, huge amount of debt, personal life not going well. And I was just in that low point. I decided to completely just overhaul my mindset. So I created something that I now call the lifestyle rehabilitation statement. And I created this statement where I mapped out the next 5 years of my life with my goals. I just said, I'm not going to think about or talk about anything negative in this statement. It's all positive. It's as if everything goes perfectly. What would that look like? And I wrote it out. And I wrote it out as if it had already happened. And then I took, and these are big goals. Like I weigh 327 pounds and I have a goal to lose a lot of weight. I have a goal to, fall in love and get married. I have a goal to launch a business. I have a goal to get a facility and have employees, and none of these things that I have. All right. And in 5 years, I'm like, all right, 5 years, I should be able to knock these out. And the cool thing is I took my statement and I read it. And I read it like I felt it. I didn't just read it. I felt it. I felt it in my soul. Like, this is how it is. And there's no alternate route. This is how it's going to be. I read it first thing in the morning. I read it last thing before I went to bed. 5 years in a row, I did this. 5 years in a row, I did this morning and night, morning and night, morning and night, every morning, every night. Read it. I read it out loud. I read it like I felt it. I felt it, as I read it. And the funny thing is, I accomplished every single goal. There was one of the goals was to open up a new facility. And I opened up the facility within a week. It was past by 1 week of my end date that I set for myself to achieve all these goals by. So I was within a week of achieving every single goal that I had set 5 years before, where none of that existed 5 years before. All right? In love, married, had children, had employees, had a facility, lost all the weight, strength levels up, body fat down, the way that I looked, the way that I feel, everything had been rehabilitated. That's why I call it a lifestyle rehabilitation statement, because I had had enough. I had said, screw this. My life is not going the way that I want it to go, and enough is enough. I'm taking control. I decided to own it. That's where that own it mentality that I always talk about, every meal, every workout, every day, you got to own it. That's how I close the show. But that own it mentality comes from that moment where I decided that I was not going to let my life run me. I was going to start running my life and making decisions and staying focused on what I wanted to accomplish. And there was no magic with reading my statement. It wasn't like, the law of attraction. I believe in that, but it's more about the law of focus. Like, I was focused. I knew what I wanted to accomplish. I knew what I needed to do to get there. And I took consistent action, starting with getting focused at the beginning and end of each day. Beginning of the day, I read my statement and I said, what can I do today to just make progress, just to get momentum in that direction in any of these areas? It doesn't have to be all of them at once, but just one of these areas. How can I build some momentum today? At the end of the day, accountability. I would read it and say, okay, did I do anything to make this day count? Did I build momentum today? And even just a small little incremental step. Did I say something? Did I make a note? Did I do something? Did I read something? Anything at all to build momentum towards that goal. Beginning of the day, end of the day. Start it off with the reminder, end it with the accountability. So hopefully you're psyched about how learning how to create one of these lifestyle rehabilitation statements. I'm going to give it to you right now. So the first step, I kind of went through all of them already, but now we're going to get specific to you. First thing is I want you to imagine that you and I are sitting down and we're having a conversation at the end of this year. So it's basically December 31st, 2018. And I want you to imagine that you just crushed it. Best year you've ever had in your life. All right. And you are totally 100% satisfied with everything that happened both mentally and physically with your transformation process. All right. So what does that look like? Think about it. Take some time and think about it. I know a lot of you may be working out, you may be driving, you might have to come back to this, but I want you to spend some time within the next 24 hours going through each of these steps. So again, we're having a conversation at the end of the year, December 31st, 2018. You crushed it. You achieved everything you wanted to achieve. You're 100% satisfied with everything that happened both mentally and physically with your transformation process. Now, a little aside, this doesn't have to be just with your transformation. You can do this for every area of your life. That's what I did. But if you want to make it specific to fitness and health, cool. Just focus on that. I'm going to give you the specific things that I would do to gear this towards nutrition and fitness. But feel free to add in, financial goals, relationship goals, whatever, emotional goals, personal growth and development goals, whatever you want to add in. Just follow this recipe. So that's the first step. Second step, you're going to take your notes from step number 1. And you're going to create a paragraph, and you're going to write it as if all the things have already happened. All right, I want you to start with this. It's December 31st, 2018. That's accountability. All right? You're going to start with the end date. It's December 31st, 2018. And then you go from there. And you want to try to connect a feeling to each accomplishment that you listed in the first step. So if you, one of the things that you crushed, you feel like you just crush if you lost 60 pounds. All right. It's December 31st, 2018. I've crushed it because I've lost 60 pounds and I feel fantastic because I set a goal and I drilled it. I accomplished it and I'm healthy and I have energy or whatever it is. All right. I can't put the words in your mouth for you, but list the goals that you wanted to accomplish through step number 1 and add the feeling behind it. Why does that feel good? Because that's really important. You have to have that emotional connection, that feeling behind the goal as you write this statement out. So again, step number 2, take the notes from the first step, create a paragraph and write it as if it's already happened. So present tense. It's December 31st, 2018. I've lost 60 pounds. I feel amazing because now I have energy and I have self-confidence. I, got a raise at work and I feel accomplished because I'm moving up the ranks. Whatever it is, list the goal, list the feeling, list how you feel. All right. Very important. Very important. Step number 3. You're going to fine tune this. All right. And you're going to read it every morning when you wake up and every night before you go to bed. Every morning you're reading it for inspiration, and it's going to open up your mind to be looking for opportunity to make progress in any of these areas that you're listing. And that the statement, your paragraph, it can be as long as you want. I would try to not make it a book because you want to be able to read this in like a minute or less in the morning and night. So you can give yourself a couple minutes each day for you, for this, for your goals, for your lifestyle that you want to achieve. You're worth it, right? So a couple minutes each day. So you're going to read this first thing when you wake up. Like go to the bathroom, get a drink of water, read it. All right? Then before you go to bed, last thing you do, read it, feel it, and ask myself, did I do anything to make progress towards this? Did I get the momentum going in the right direction today? If not, think about how can I do this tomorrow? You start planting some seeds for tomorrow. You wake up, you take those seeds, and you take action on them. All right, now, the fourth thing I want to mention is that it is okay for you to edit this as you go. Like you want to keep it, spicy. You want to keep things so they're very inspirational. So if one of the goals is kind of like, it kind of dies off and you're like, that doesn't really light the fire anymore, then change it. Make it different. Make it better. Make it more fitting for where you're at. In 12 months, a lot of things will change. And, you may nail some of these goals and say, okay, I want to tweak it a little bit and make it go up a little bit or make it a little bit of a bigger goal. So I think a lot of you actually find that where you set a year-long goal that you want to accomplish by the end of the year, and then all of a sudden you crush it in 90 days because of the focus level this is going to bring. So feel free to tweak it a little bit. But if you do up a goal, so let's say you want to lose 60 pounds in the full year, you do that in 90 days. And you're like, okay, I want to bump it up to 90 pounds. First, and that's okay. That's okay. But first, celebrate it, please. Just take a minute and be like, you know what? I crushed this. I did it in 90 days instead of the full year. And that's amazing. I'm awesome. So that's the only rule. If you edit the goals to make them bigger throughout the year because you already accomplished it, you must take some time and just give yourself a pat on the back and be proud. Very important. Very important. All right. So let's do a quick recap. Step number 1, you pretend that we're having a conversation. You and the PhD are sitting down at the end of the year and you crushed it. What does that look like? Make some notes and don't hold back. And no negatives, no negative Nancy's on this one, all right? It's all positive. You crushed it in 2018. What does that look like? What does that feel like, my friends? What does it feel like? And then you make the notes. Spend some time on it. This is awesome. It's powerful, all right? It's changed my life. This is something that's completely changed my life. Then number 2, you take the notes from the first step, create a present tense paragraph. Write it out. Spend some time on this. Make it present tense, as if it has already happened. All right, it's already happened. You're at the end of the year. You already crushed it. These are all the things. Make the goal, make the feeling connection behind it. Here's what I did, and here's why I feel awesome. Or here's how I feel about achieving that goal. Then the third thing, read it every morning, read it every night. The morning for inspiration, the evening for accountability. And then, like I said, you can edit as you go, but make sure you are proud of yourself as you check these things off the list. All right, my friends. That is it for this week, the first show of 2018, and this is your year. This is our year. Again, I appreciate you guys so much for supporting the show. I appreciate when you leave me those reviews. I read them all. I appreciate when you hit that subscribe button. You know, that's a big, big deal for growing the show. I want to get this out there to so many more people this year because I know that we're connecting. I love it when I get messages of people, hit me up on Facebook like, hey, Adam, I just found the show. A coworker was listening to it, and I got inspired, and now I'm going back and listening to all of the episodes. All right? And back when I was doing 1 episode a week, you could catch up pretty quickly. But now I'm doing 3 a week, so you better get your hustle on. But I just appreciate you guys so much, and I want to just take a second to say thank you. Just feeling like my message is getting out there and it's being heard means so much to me. It's the reason why I do this, and to know that it's making an impact. We're helping people. We are on this mission together, and you're going to see the show grow. You guys are going to get better results. I'm going to keep bringing the energy, and we're going to crush it in 2018. So, as I always say, we're going to kick it off in 2018 here, and we're going to own it. Every meal, every workout, every day. I will see you on the next episode. One last thing before I let you go today. So many of you have been contacting me about taking action. Where's the best place to start? What program should I be on? So I went into the Transformation Lab and I created something new. It's my Transformed Academy, and registration is officially and finally open. All right, I'm loading up all my best workout protocols, all the follow-along workouts that you love, and developing more every month. I'm loading up all my best nutrition programs of all types. As I talk about, you need the right tool for the job, whether that's paleo, low carb, high carb, carb cycling, clean eating, keto, whatever. You've got the right tool, and we're going to teach you how to use that tool. Then we also have accountability groups, coaching calls with me, and so much more. The best part is the information never gets stale because I add new programs every 90 days. And the even better part, you're going to freak out when you see the price. Head on over to www.transformationcoach.me and check out the Transformed Academy.